Good morning. If you remember from our Homeland Security video, they recommended looking at 4 different areas to stay safe online. Number 1 was phishing. Number 2 was passwords, having them 16 characters or longer. And taking the pain out of that somewhat is the use of a password manager. Number 3 was multi-factor authentication, to use that whenever it's available, and keeping your system up to date. This time we're going to talk about phishing and what it is, and I'm going to give you an example of what just happened to us a couple of days ago. We have had a couple of phishing attacks. One was we got an email from a close friend, and it said, "I'm having trouble with this Amazon gift card. I have a friend who's been diagnosed with cancer. Today is their birthday. I can't get this done. Can you send them the gift card and then I will reimburse you?" And it all sounded really nice. It came from her email, and I couldn't imagine what this was and wanted more detail. So we called her up and she said, "Don't do anything because my email has been hacked and somebody went through all her contacts and sent out this alarming email, hoping that it would get an emotional response and we would just go ahead and send that." So it could have been disaster, but we didn't send the email where they would have got our information, and nobody was hurt, at least not from us. I don't know about what happened with her other contacts. But so this email came from a friend, and it was the friend's email address, and it was all fake, the whole thing. So taking 5 minutes to make a phone call just saved a lot of agony from us and from her, because she didn't want her friends and relatives harmed either. So how they got her information: she may have been a victim of a phishing attack and gave up her email address and password. So it's safe to always take a deep breath. Take a deep breath before this happens. And let's see, what other thing? I had a problem for a long time. Somebody was trying to break into my email, and it has that third multi-factor authentication to get in there, and somebody was always trying to get at it. Every couple of days I would get that request for my authentication and wouldn't give it to them, and I don't think they ever got it. Hopefully. I never heard anything. I've changed my passwords, and so hopefully they gave up and went somewhere else. So with that, you had a couple of examples. We've been hit. Everybody has been tested. One other thing I'm going to say about phishing and clicking on links in the emails is that in addition to trying to get your information, they may want to install malware onto your computer, something that would cause your computer harm and or steal data from you. So that is operating as a standard user rather than an administrator. So the difference there is that if you are operating as an administrator, and you click on a link maybe, and it says, oh, you get the user authorization form pop up. It says, do you want to do this? And you click, yes, I want to do this, and bingo, it just takes a split second to install that software or do whatever malicious thing that they're trying to do to your machine. If you're operating as a standard user, you click on that link and you get the user account authorization, but now it's not a yes or no. Now you have to key, in order to continue, you have to key in the administrator's password, which gives you plenty of time to think about what's going on here. Why am I getting this? What is it? You only get that authorization if you're trying to install something or change system settings. So this shouldn't be happening. So you get a chance where you have to think about, why am I keying in this password? And you can look, it does show you, if you look under the show me on the authorization screen, what actually is trying to run. And that may give you a hint as maybe you need to not continue with this and get as far out as you can. Maybe not even clicking no, just shutting your machine down and then restarting it. So you can take whatever move that you want to take to get away from that, to get a lot of distance between you and that. So the IBM website here that I'm recommending, they have a nice little video and written explanation here about explaining what phishing is. But the first 2/3 is for most of us, and the last third is maybe linked more to corporate, small business, that sort of thing. But it's all interesting. The gentleman does a very nice job. He's well organized. He presents everything clean, and it is down here in print. So I think I'm just going to leave it there. Recommend watching the video. It's coming from IBM First Class, been in business since 1911, so they're probably going to be around for a while more. And I'm going to talk more about that in the Linux conversation, seeing as they run most of their servers under Red Hat Linux, and you can have Red Hat as replacement for Microsoft Windows. So with that, we're going to close, and I hope you watch the video and stay safe. Thanks. Bye.